Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about the student entity, where you can create student records, view them and edit them. A student record can be created in two ways. One, from the admissions, where you can create a parent record which will be automatically linked to the students. Two, from the student entity, where you can create a single record or you can insert multiple records in bulk using the import student process. To create a single student record, you click on Create Student Record. This will allow you to enter a single student's details. The student type can be day or border. The class would be the class that was created in the classroom entity. We'll talk about this in another video. So here we're going to select primary 2 and we'll put in the first name, the last name, the date of birth, and the religion. The religion can be Christianity, Islam, or other. State of origin is optional. We have the gender, we have address, which is also optional, and we have email and phone number, which are also optional. We click on Create. Notice that a new student record has been created with the new student ID, and we have the confirmation message here. So at this stage, the student record has been created. Click on Exit and you can see the student record here. These are all the details we've entered. The date it was created is here and the status is enrolled active. We can create multiple student records in one go or in bulk using the Import Student Records process. To begin, we click on this button to download a blank Excel sheet template. The Excel template allows us to insert multiple student records, which will then be imported into the system to create multiple student records. By the left, we can see the admissions area, where you can put the admissions information if you already have it. And here we have the full name of the student, we have the student type, the gender, date of birth, religion, address, phone, email, and the classroom. There will be a separate video which will explain the validation process that goes on when importing this script. So we'll go ahead and put in 5 student records and import them. The admissions area is optional. If no values are given, the system will create these values automatically. For the full name, you start with the last name first, then any other name. For instance, if the student's name is Mary Ola, we'll write it as Ola Mary. If the student's name is Stephen Jacobs Daniel, we can write it as Daniel Stephen Jacob. Student type, day or border. So I'm going to put day here, border here, and take note of the spelling. The gender, it could be female, all spelled out, or F, or male, or M. Date of birth is optional. If you don't have it now, you can add it later on by editing that particular record. But if you have it, this is the format you use. It should be the day, the month, and the year. So let's say 1995. Religion can be Christian or Islam or Christianity or Muslim. Again, mind the spelling. Address is optional, phone number is optional, email is optional. So but here I'm going to just put a value there. I'm going to leave this one's blank. Then this is not optional, it's required. So this is where you're going to put the classroom they are meant to be in. So we're going to put both of them in primary 2. Right, so we have our two records here. One thing to note here is that the classroom should be exactly how it's stated in the classroom's entity. So in the classroom's entity, here is primary 2. So you can see that it's primary space 2, then space A. So in cases where you have other sections like A, B, C, it's going to be primary space 2 space A, primary space 2 space B, so there should be that space in between. And another thing you should note is that there is validation on this Excel sheet. So if there's any error, the system is able to pick this error and pinpoint the exact row where the error is, stating the type of error. We're going to cover the student validation process in another video. There we're going to see the different types of errors that can occur when importing the student Excel sheet. Now we're going to import the Excel sheet we just created, which will create the two students we just added. This is the whole point of the Excel sheet. It allows you to create multiple student records in a short period of time. That Excel sheet can contain over 500 records, and this enables you to create these multiple records at one go. So again, we go to import student records, and this time we're going to browse to the file we created. This will be in your documents folder, U3Tech and export folder. The file we created is titled students_135209. So make sure you take note of the file name when you're saving it. So I'm going to double click on that, and I've loaded the file in. So now I'm just going to click process. Great, so the process is complete now. As you can see, we have 2 new student records created, 0 duplicates found and 0 rejected. So click on OK and click on OK, and we have our 2 new students here, Stephen Jacob Daniel and Mary Ola. Remember, when we inserted the names, we started with the last name and then any other name. So as you can see, it's rearranged them the right way. So we have the first name and middle name and the last name, same as this. So we can view this records, and you can view this one too as well. So you can see all the information we put in there. You can see the blank date of birth we put. The system will automatically put this temporary placeholder, so you can always edit this record at any point in time. Click on save. So that has been updated. And another feature on the student entity is one that adjusts the names. So as you can see in this record, we have Stephen Jacob Daniel. The Jacob has a lowercase j. To adjust that, you can simply click on this link, adjust name and initials. So I'll click on that, and it will ask me if I would like to update the assessment records as well. In this case, since we're not generating any report cards yet, I'll click no. That has adjusted the names. So if I refresh, the J is now capital letter. We can also export student records by clicking on this button. You can choose to export all classes or a specific class. At the top of the page, we have a search bar. You can search a student's name by typing few characters of the name. So for example, I'm just going to type NAD and press enter, and we have Nadia. The direct sync feature is an online feature that allows you to synchronize your students' data records to the cloud. So this would only export student records to the cloud. At the bottom of the record view, we have edit, which we've seen before. You can edit the details. We have disenroll, we have expel, and we have delete. The delete button allows you to temporarily deactivate a record. This student has been deactivated. It means this record won't show on the classroom list. And lastly, we have the print feature, where you can print a particular student record. This is the print preview, and you can click on print to print the document.